Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. All right, y'all, it's September the 2nd. I'm a day late, but not a dollar short, y'all. We're going to be budgeting in here, and I'm excited that you are with me. Yes, I am. All right. So if you're joining me, let me know where you're joining me from. I am just trying to do my monthly budget. We zero-based budget over here. If you're new around here, hey y'all, how y'all doing? My name's Shakema. I'm a single mom. I have 4 children. Shamika is 34, Trandon is 28, Alana is 20, and Jackson is 15. 3 of my children are adults, and I just have one son that is below the age of 18. Jackson just turned 15 at the end of April 30th. Hey, Kim. Hey, y'all. Hey, Miss Helen. Good to see everybody. And for some reason, I had a lady in our church passed last week, and her funeral was yesterday. I kept trying to figure out why I didn't do the video yesterday, but we had the funeral, and it was late into the evening, and by the time I got home, I still had to do a live video, and I still had to do I still had to do 2 group videos, so I didn't get a chance. Hey, little lady, good to see everybody. All right. We're jumping in, y'all. This is our first budget or our first paycheck after our long summer. Thank God that the long summer is over, because let me just tell y'all, it was a bit much, is all I got to say. Oh, my goodness. Be careful out there, ma'am. So glad you're joining us. 16 hours is a lot of hours to work. Praise God. All right, y'all. I'm not going to belabor the point. We are going to jump right into this budget so that you all can see the things. Now, I will say this before I jump in here. We are doing everything to the letter. No extra spending, no overspending, no random. Unless the Lord tells me to do something, then in that case, I'll do it. But no Shakema spending, just here, there, and everywhere. I did have to buy a new charger cord. The other day, I was trying to do a video, and for some reason, my computer was not showing, because I have to keep it plugged in because it doesn't hold a charge, but it was not showing charging. And I said, oh no, something is wrong. And so I knew that I needed something. I had to use Alana's computer, and I kept thinking it was my charger. Holy Spirit was telling me. And so I went to Best Buy. Them devils is a liar. They wanted $54 or $89 for a charger. I was like, oh, I see you, devil, but not today. You will not get me. So I actually ended up going on Amazon, and they had one for $16.99. They had one for $19.27. And I just kept searching. I was like, I'm about to see. So I found one for $12 on Amazon. It had 2 different ends. The one I needed was the 7.5. It's the round one, because my computer's old. So it worked, $12. And I used it from my business account, because I use this computer just for business. I could have used it from ministry account as well, because I use the computer for ministry as well. But I wasn't going to spend any of my money, because the truth is, for the very first time in a long time, I don't have any additional monies. There are no extras. There's nothing else in there. We're actually a little bit in the hole, but that's because I didn't count in child support, and I'm actually counting in all my coins. I'm getting all my money back from everybody who owed me something. So let me just take you to the budget so that you can see what we're doing for the month and how we're making it work over here. Now, I will say this again before I show you my screen. Budgets are subjective to your family. As much as me showing you what I do is helpful, that's all it's meant to be, is a guide, is helpful. I'm not saying you have to do it exactly like mine, but I will say this. If you want to find yourself out of a financial situation, then I would budget. That's me. That's Shakema. I know for myself that unless I budget, I have the propensity to go back to old habits, and I don't have options for that anymore this year, any years. All right. So let me share my screen so you can exactly see what I'm dealing with. All right. Here's the budget for September. Now, of course, I'm using the MYMT personal budget worksheet. I've used this budget worksheet now probably 5, 6 years. I don't even know. A long time. And it just works for me. And I did add on a few things at the bottom that I'll show you as well. So this is 3 columns wide. The first column are all my categories, either income or expenses, because I have 2 separate categories, income versus expense. The second column is budgeted, what I plan to spend. The third column is actually what I have spent. So in my income, because I do have income categories, I have my payroll deposit, I have kids deposit, I have one mom affiliate revenue, travel reimbursements, unexpected gifts, blessings, or funds transferred. Now, typically, I don't put in travel reimbursements. Even when I was working before, I would just take it on the chin. Hey, I had to drive, no problem. Just go ahead and drive Shakema. In today's economy, especially when I have to travel between schools that are not my designated school of the day, I am making a conscious effort to go in and do my travel reimbursements. I submit it once a month. By September 15th, I should be able to get my reimbursements. I actually went on a trip as well in July. I will get that reimbursement in September as well, only because our AA, her mother passed away. And so right around the time it was for submitting all of the expense reports is when her mother passed and she was out of the office. Fortunately for me, it wasn't a mandatory thing, like I needed it at that moment. So that was very good. But coming back around September 15th, I should be getting right around $300 to include that trip I took, plus my travel for this particular month of August. And that was really only roughly like 2 weeks because we went back on the 12th. So I'm going to be trying to get all my coins. That's all I'm saying, right? I would just normally just be like, oh, well, whatever. No, we done with all that. Now, moving down, starting in row 14 is where we're looking at all of our expenses. Okay, my mortgage, which is the only debt we owe, mortgage is $957.73, I believe. Well, 2 years ago in January, the Lord told me to start paying $1,000 to pay some extra towards the principal. Last year, I was able to pay over $100 towards the principal. This year, because of my escrow and taxes went up in our area, I'm not able to do that. So I'm now paying like $42.27, I think, to additional principal, but it's still going to principal. So I'm going to take it. My electric or utilities is now a business expense. If you see these little black marks, that is a note that I put in there to myself. That's a business account expense. And then my water bill, also a business account expense. Now, cell phone, right? My cell phone is $48, I believe, and Jackson's cell phone is like $51. So I only paid so far my cell phone bill because I'm waiting now for his dad to send his money. So I'm going to start paying Jackson's cell phone bill out of his child support. Typically, I pay it out of my paycheck, but I am not in a position to do that any further. I can pay it. Let me just be serious. I can pay it, but I'm trying to pay all of my things. And because his father sends child support, then I want to make sure that I'm using that most wisely and I can pay any of Jackson's expenses from that, if that makes sense. Okay. Internet is also a business account expense. Those 3 things I try to pay from my business account if I can. I got lighting on. I use the water for the garden. I am doing filming in the kitchen, all of those types of things that I'm counting as business expense. Now, when I do my taxes at the end of the year, I always submit an expense report. And then the person who does my taxes determines, all the things. So if I owe taxes, she'll let me know. If I get anything back, she'll let me know that. We have had a drastic decrease in our business income because of my social media platforms. When they changed the algorithms and all the things, like we make tiny little bits now. Before we were making a little bit more than that. But what I'm trying to do is increase my brand sponsorships and different people who want me to work with them. I don't do every video is not a brand deal, but I'm trying to increase brand deals as I am able. Okay. Household repairs is always going to be something that needs to be fixed, something you need to purchase, something you need to buy for the house. So that is $50. I put $50 every single month. For Mr. Jerome to cut the grass, it's $120. I do have several projects coming up. Now, Mr. Jerome cuts my grass until October. November through April, he doesn't cut the grass. So I take any money that I would have been using for Mr. Jerome to cut the grass to get any projects done. So I've asked him to come into the garden and put 3 arches in so that I can maximize some growing space to go vertical. And so we have that planned for later in this, after grass cutting season is over. And then I asked him also to clean out a flower bed, and that's on the side of the house, not in front. He's done the front one before, but I asked him to do the side one. And so that's for later in the season as well. My recycling renewal is $16. My pest control every 3rd month is $28. And then my yearly spray to check, my yearly termite bond to check for termites is like $170. So those 3 line items is $58 or $54. Now, Roth IRA is $75. I've got to start putting money into this IRA. I only have a little bit of time before retirement. So I've got to start adding in more money to this IRA. If you max out your IRA at $6,000, that's putting $500 a month in your IRA. At current, I don't have $500 extra to put in my IRA. At retirement, I'll be about 51, 52. I'll still be able to work, but I do want to make sure that I am putting as much as possible into that account so that when I do retire, I don't want to have to work if I don't have to. So that's why I'm focusing on a lot of the business things, because I want my business to take care of me when I retire from my job that takes care of me. Amazon Prime is $13. PureFlix is $11. My Health Wage Gym is $29. Now, I noticed this last week when I was going to sign up at a new gym. I have what's called an elite membership. And the elite member, this wasn't anything like this when I first joined this. I've been doing this now 6, 7, 8 years, maybe even longer. But it wasn't like this in the beginning. All the memberships were the same. Now you have a base membership. Base membership, I think you have up to 11,000 gyms you have access to. With an elite membership, I think there's like 15,000 gyms, or there's a lot more gyms. Now that elite price is $39. But because I've been in the program so long, because I actually went into my account last week trying to see if this gym would take my card. It says because I've been a member so long that they're giving me the elite membership for the $29 price. So they discounted me $10. It's perfectly fine with me. At current, I belong to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's about 5 gyms within a 15, 20-mile radius of my house that I belong to. And I could belong to more than that based on my elite membership through Blue Cross Blue Shield, Healthways, or Tivity Health. So I'll take it. Now, Jackson's gym is $42, way more than what I pay. Here's the reason. Because Jackson is not 18, he can't be on my Healthways. He has to be 18 before they'll let him do it. So because I was paying $10 per day for him to go to the gym, it's just easier or cheaper, most cost-effective, beneficial for me to pay the $42 student price for him to be able to go. I don't have a clue what that is, so I can't tell you. So it's just most cost effective and beneficial for me to take Jackson with me to the gym, because when I was going, he would want to go to the gym, but it's $10 a day. 30 days or 20 days is $200 just for a visitor. So I would just pay the 42 for him to go unlimited on the student pass. So it just works out. That's just at one gym, and that's the only one he goes to. Sister, on the other hand, has the Healthways like I do, and she pays her own gym. Okay, moving down now for Jackson. Okay, typically I put the first $50 of child support into his high school fund. He needs more than just the $50 because Jackson has grown. He's now officially taller than I am. His foot is a size 11 and a half, 12. Oh, PureFlix. Yes, ma'am. I like the movies on there, and I do watch it. Yes, ma'am. I like PureFlix quite a lot. We do also have Netflix, and I don't think it's on here. I need to put it on here, but I only got Netflix to watch one series, which is called, oh Lord, what is it? It's Midwives. I can't remember. I just tell Lana to put called Midwife. And I actually haven't even been watching that lately. So, but we do have Netflix now. We didn't have it for a long time, but we have it now. But I do watch PureFlix more than anything else. Just me personally. So anyway, Jackson is so tall and he's grown so much that $50 is not enough. I mean, I just bought him 2 pairs of Wrangler pants, jeans, and they were $23 and $22 each. So, well, actually $23.99 and $22.99. So that's $45 for 2 pairs of pants. I still got to get him 2 shirts to go with the 2 pairs of pants. So I have upped that a little bit just until I get his wardrobe situated. And it is the very beginning of school. And so I just need to get him. I think he's got, I think 5 pairs of jeans. He needs a couple pairs, like he likes those sweatpants things, not like what we used to wear as sweatpants, but those like athletical pants. And so I told him this time I'll get him a couple of pairs of those because I got him some jeans last time. I think I got 3 or 4 pairs of jeans last week. And I got him 3 pairs of tennis shoes. We got a buy one, get one half off sale. And we paid full price for one. And so I'm still just trying to get him situated. I do get my supplement at the end of October. So the 1st of November, I have a little bit more money to take them for, I'm still thinking of sister, to take Jackson to get him some stuff. I have this hard time, y'all, of thinking of sister as an adult, right? Because she's still in the house. If she weren't in the house, I wouldn't think of her at all as far as I need to buy her stuff because I'm buying him stuff. But it's just hard for me to get him stuff and not buy sister stuff. But I don't technically buy sister anything. She works, so she pays for all of her stuff. So in November, I'll be able to take Jackson to get him just a few things to kind of last him throughout until the next April, right? When we go for summer shopping, when I get my next supplement. And then I'll still take child support money and put it into his account so he'll have it. But when his dad sends money this next time, we should get some money from that next week. He will need a few items. Okay. My new camera, actually, that's going to be a new, I need a laptop really bad. Yes, ma'am. Sometimes we do catch those. I need a new laptop, like for real bad. For real bad. So I put $20 in that account. Now I'm using my laptop, but I do need a new one. I don't need the most latest of all the things. I just need one that has the right processing speed that'll let me do all the things. Moving down to food expense. So now we're back to food, right? Because now we're out of summer groceries. We're back into our regular monthly grocery hauls. So for $400 is basically what I take out for groceries each month. Now, we still have a lot of food, although I can see we're making some dents in our food. So I have $300 for groceries. They're 4 weeks, so it's $75 a week. And then $100 I just put in my savings envelope. Shakema, groceries are too expensive for you not to use it all on groceries. Yes, they are expensive. However, I have to gauge what's most valuable for me. We have a deep freezer full of food. We have a freezer full of food. We got pantry full of food. I can food from the garden. I need to be able to save money. So I'm just taking $100 off the top, throwing it into my savings envelope, and I'm okay. I'm good with the $75. Actually, I'm doing a little bit of a different diet. Oh, man. Let me see if Jackson, trying to call my child, see if he can help me. I did a vlog today. You'll see it in a couple weeks, but I wanted to share this with you guys as well. Before, I plan to share it tonight, but I'm doing a different eating plan, and it's not anything that's like keto or this or that or whatever. I've started a book. The book is called Becoming the Woman I Want to Be. Right now I'm doing a study, Becoming the Woman God Wants Me to Be. I'm doing that with a lot of people, but this one is just personal to me, by the same lady, Donna Parto. But in that book, she talks about your body, your soul, and your spirit. In the body part, she gives you a dietary plan to follow. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not giving you health advice. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. And so in that, it's heavy on the vegetarian-ish type for the first couple weeks. So I'm eating a lot of veggies. So I'm not even really eating meat, even though I'm strength training as well. I'm getting my protein. I have eggs. I can have eggs. But I am just following that plan. And so for the next 11 weeks, I'm really not eating a ton of meat, honestly. I will pick up meat again. I think it's in week 6 that I'll pick up like fish and chicken and shrimp and lots of seafoodish type stuff, kind of more Mediterranean, but very few dairy items are on that list. But anyway, so that's why I'm okay with the groceries being a small amount. We are back to saving for summer groceries. Summer groceries. Why am I feeling like I didn't do my summer groceries this month? Let me think. I did not pull money out for my summer groceries. I got to go back and look at my sheet. I think I forgot to pull money out for my summer groceries. So I still have to do that, y'all. I did not pull out the money. I pulled out I'll show you where I have my cash category. See how it just helps me jog my memory when I go back and do these videos, right? I don't think I pulled out the cash for my summer groceries. So I have to go back and make sure that I put it in, but I don't think I pulled it out of the bank. I think I accounted for it, but I don't think that I pulled it out of the bank. I'm going to have to go back and check because I didn't overspend my budget because I already did my envelopes, but I did not do summer groceries. Okay. Monthly preps. I did monthly preps, and Food Lion had washing soap on sale. 33 loads of the Sensitive Arm & Hammer was $1.99. I picked up 7 bottles of that. So that was $14. $1.99. Yeah. $14. Then I got 2 things of toilet paper at like $9 each. And then I got 2 things of paper towels, which was like $9 each. So that took up. And then I got the Dawn Power Wash and the extra refill, which was on a sale. So my summer monthly prep money has been spent on household supplies. I didn't buy any extra food. I just bought laundry soap and that type of thing because we were getting low. I hadn't bought laundry soap probably in a couple of years, but it was time to stock up. All right. Okay. Personal care. I got my nails done. For one fill-in, it cost me $35. I leave a $5 tip, so that was $40 just for a fill-in. I got them short. That way they can last me a longer time. And I just got a fill-in. Jackson gets 2 haircuts. That is $60 or $30 per haircut. It's 25 plus a $5 tip, it's $30. So I took out $100 for that. He hasn't gotten his haircut yet, but I'm going to probably get it cut this week or next week, just depending. My P.O. box is $17. I go back and forth between, do I keep it? Do I not keep it? But I get my brand deals shipped there just so I don't have different people in and out around my house. So I just get them shipped to the P.O. box and it works out perfectly fine. And that has worked. So $17 for that. I do have a natural supplement that I have to get refilled middle of the month. That's $30. For travel, recreation, entertainment, or vacation, I put $50 in there. That's an expendable account. I don't always have to fund it. If I don't have any travel plans, I don't have to put money there. If I'm short on sinking fund money, that's one that I do not fund. I'll fund it if I have it. If I don't have it, I don't fund it. Jackson gets $100 for his savings account. Now, what I'm trying to do, Jackson still has his 11th grade, 12th grade, but he will not be 18 yet. So I have to see if North Carolina will make me get off of child support when he's 17, or will they take him all the way through 18 because he graduates high school at 17. He'll graduate. He will have just turned 17 like a month and a week before he graduates. So we still would have technically 11 more months of him being 17. So I don't know, because all of my other kids were over. They were 18 when they funneled off. Jackson will be 17 because he'll graduate a year early. So I don't know how that works in North Carolina. I have to figure it out. But I'm trying to save enough money so that by the time he is ready to leave for college, he'll be able to buy a car. If he wants a car, he may not want a car, but he'll have the money for that. And I've been successful in saving money for Jackson. So that has really helped out. I did not have that ability with my other children. I was able to save a tiny bit for sister, but I'm able to save a little bit more for Jackson, and that's very beneficial. Okay. Okay, for Gracie and Queenie, and this probably is going to have to go up. And it's like I spend more money on the dogs than I do on my son, but that's not the truth. His cell phone and all the other things. Gracie needed her nails trimmed this month, so that was $20 for a nail trim. She does not allow me to touch her nails. She doesn't like the vet to touch her nails, but she can't have nails that look like talons. We've got to get them done. I try to stretch that out because she doesn't like the vet. In addition to that, I have to buy food for both dogs. They eat the same food now that Gwen is a year old. She's over a year. And so I get a bag that costs about $70-ish, a pretty big bag. And so that's about $90. And then they both have to have heartworm, flea and tick, and all that type of stuff. So that costs a little bit more. I think I need to probably add about $50 to this, and we'll be at the price that I'm generally paying for all of their stuff for the month. They don't always need food every month. I think food is lasting us about 6 weeks. So I don't buy food every month. I buy it about every 6 weeks. Okay. Now for gas, I am very, very close to work now. I was going to 3 middle schools. I'm only now going to 2 schools because we've hired a third person to do what I do in the county. So with that being said, it was closer for her to pick up my farthest school because she lives in that district. So she picked up that school. So I'm closer to home, and where my office used to be last year, I still have those 2 schools. But I'm not traveling as much. I think 3 days a week, I travel 6 miles, and 2 days a week, I'm going to travel 12 miles. So I don't need a ton of gas money is what I'm trying to say. So what I did here was I did 4 weeks at $30 or $120. $40 into my savings. See, I just did not. $120. I got to go down and make sure. Anyway, it was supposed to work out that there was $120 that went into my gas for the week, $30 a week, because I don't have to drive far. $40 for savings, and then $40. I have 2 trips that I'm going on. I'm going to Virginia for a day, and I'm going to South Carolina for a day, but it still takes me gas. So I put $40 for that. So I got to figure out, but I know that Jackson and I went somewhere and I only had that money in my purse. I know we spent $40, but I'm still trying to figure out where the other 40 went because I just don't know. Maybe I didn't get out all the right money. I might not have counted right. Okay. $16 is for tires or repairs, maintenance, all that type of thing. Insurance, y'all. Okay. Before, when it was just me on my insurance, I know this might be boring y'all to death. I'm sorry because I feel bored with it already, but whatever. I got to go through it. Before, it helps me to go through it. Before, when it was just me on my insurance, my car was $600 and some ish. When we added on sister's car, that added on about another $400 and some. So my insurance was 6 something. Then we added on her insurance. It was about 11 something. Fine. Very good. She pays it, but she didn't have her license. As soon as she got her license, our insurance went up now to $1,600 plus. And she has to pay it. I don't pay insurance for my kids. This is your car. You want to drive it. You need insurance and you have to pay it. So she is responsible for her insurance. But just coming up with that. So what I decided to do, because I hated it, I hate that for her, is I'm splitting it half with her. I'll pay $840. She'll pay $840. That gives us $1,680. We should be great. So in order for me to save up that in 6 months, because we pay by the 6 months, we get a 6-month paid in full discount, is $140 for me. And last month I paid $105. I just put it in my savings, in my sinking fund. And $7 for my registration, because I'll have to pay my taxes. And my registration goes through September. So I've got to schedule appointment at Toyota for my inspection. I need to get my front end aligned and I need to get my oil changed. So I'm going to have money for those couple of things coming up very soon. And so that insurance is just going up. I was taking my social media money and using that for sinking funds. But I think in the last 60 days on one social media platform, I won't mention which one, I've made $4.20 in the last 60 days. It might even be 90 days now. And I think lifetime with them, I probably made about $20 in a year or so. So on one social platform, I think I made last month, I think I made $57. And I was making thousands 2 years ago. I was making in the hundreds a year ago. I look on there today, I probably will make $50 this month. So it's just really tight and there's not a lot of wiggle room. Now, have I mismanaged money, misappropriated funds? I don't think so. I think I've put things where they needed to go. We made sure we didn't incur any additional debt. But I don't have as much saved up as I would like to have. I just need to know that that savings is there in case anything were to happen. Now, I did put a new category in. This is a car replacement for my new car. Do I need a new car? No, my Toyota runs just fine. However, because cars are so expensive, if I am able to, I'd like to give Jackson my car. And I would prefer to have a newer car. It doesn't have to be a new car, just a newer car. Keep him from having to spend a ton of expense on a car, because Toyotas will drive forever. And I will get a Toyota used, I'm sure, but it will have less miles, because when he goes off to school, I will be back and forward trying to figure out things with him, and sister's moving out at the same time when he goes to college. So I'll be back and forward trying to figure them out. And so I'm just going to start saving up for me a new car within the next 2 years. Moving down to my tithe, it's $560. I do give additional offering to a different church, $280. I didn't put anything in my savings, but I do want to save. And so that puts us at business expenses of total expenses of $3,808. And my check this month, which I've already gotten, was $3,440.29. So, I'm about a $300 and some deficit from everything that's on there thus far. I've already paid my mortgage. I paid my cell phone. I've done the household repairs, which is a sinking fund. Mr. Jerome has already come to cut the grass, but I got $120 out for the month. So I have all of that money. He's already cut one, so I've paid him for that. He has one more cut this month. I already did my recycling, pest control, and yearly termite bond for $54 in the sinking funds. I've done Amazon Prime sinking fund. I've done the PureFlix sinking fund. I've done the laptop sinking fund. I've got the grocery money out, but I am not sure about, I know I marked this $100, but I do not have that money, and I don't have an extra $100. So I don't think I did my calculations just quite right. So I'm going to go back and check again, because I don't think I calculated correctly. My monthly preps, I did spend that $50, so I know that that is right. My personal care, I did get my nails done for $40. I've already stuffed 2 haircuts in my envelope, so that was $60. That's correct. My sinking fund P.O. box, I did that. Supplements, I haven't done. I did sink the money for my travel, vacation. I've moved money for... Yes, ma'am. It's 50. It's 54. I couldn't remember at the time, and then when I went in to do things, it's 54 is right. I was guesstimating when I was putting the sheet together at the very beginning. Okay. All right. For Gracie and Gweenie, I think I've moved money over for them because I haven't bought anything for them. I did get Gracie's nails done. So $100 for those girls need to go over to their account. The gas money, I got that out. The oil change, tires, insurance, all that went to the sinking funds. And then I've already paid the tithe and the offering. That's all gone. So that puts me at a total expense of $3,378. Gives me $62.29 to go. However, my health wage gym is $29. So that's going to come out. And then Netflix, which I didn't put up there, I'll have to figure out a spot for it. Netflix is $16 and some change. So that's what that $62 is going to pay for. The $30 for the gym for me, and then the $17 for Netflix. So that's going to be $47 out of that 62. It'll leave us about $15 left in there. That's all the money for real. Now let me look down here at these cash Doomaflinkles, because I just cannot. Oh, I know what I did. Lord have mercy. Help me, Holy Ghost. I hope I know what I did. I think I put the summer groceries into, I think I put my summer grocery money in my savings account. So I'll need to go back and make sure that I take that out and put it into the right envelope, because I did count for it in here. Maybe I didn't count right. Go over. Let me see. Where's my total? I got to total this money up because I don't know that I did this right. Okay, let me see. Okay. I know I'm not crazy. Bless the name of the Lord Jesus. Amen. Okay. Woo. Because I'm like, I know I'm not losing my mind. I could be losing my mind. Okay. Because I was about to get you to start calculating over here, Rachel. But I think I could do it in a spreadsheet. So all the money's here added up to $970. I only got out $895. So I am short $75. Is it $75 I still need to get out of the bank? I think it's $75 to make $970. So another 5 is 900. Yes, $75. I was short on my calculations. So I just need to put my a note. I'm going to put myself a note. And I'll go tomorrow. Withdraw 75. Let me see, Rachel. Where did I do that at? Up here? 100. Oh. 100, 250. 3. Oh, you're right. So I need to get another $150 out tomorrow. Thank you, Rachel. I was like, wait a doggone minute now. It's all the numbers. See, I'm trying to do all the things. Okay. And then, so I need to put here, this only equals, I just have to put myself notes on here, y'all, because if I don't, I won't remember. So this equals $325, not $400. So I need to withdraw $75 more dollars. Is that right? $75 for the groceries. Okay. So I need $75 more dollars to make that $400. And then I'm missing, oh, that would be the $75. So it's not $150. It's just $75. Okay, it's in the groceries. So I'm only missing $75, not $150. Okay. It's still going to be for my summer groceries, though. Yes, perfect. Got it. I'm on it. Let me go back up here and make sure my note don't act crazy. Very good. And that just says withdraw the 75. I got it. So tomorrow when I go to the bank, I'll just take out 75. Very good. Thank you, Rachel. Whew, girl, this is why when you have a budget committee meeting of more than one person, they can help you keep your eyes on everything. Okay. So there that is, y'all. That's kind of the that's the budget in for the month. And there is no extra, there's no overages, there's nothing else that I can pull from at the moment. until child support comes in. When child support comes in, if I need extra here, there, or wherever, I'll do that. That's why I'm waiting to get Jackson the extra clothes. I bought him clothes last week. I had money that I just used and I bought him clothes. I can recoup those dollars back to myself. I know I spent for just the tennis shoes alone was $200. And then I know I spent another 100 plus for the pants because I got him 4 pairs of pants, 2 shirts. Might have got 2 or 3 shirts. He got a hat. He got a couple. He got no, he didn't get underwear, but he got new socks and t-shirts. Those were $20 a piece. So I spent close to $400 or $500 just on Jackson for clothes within the last week. He had some in his account, but he didn't have all that he needed in his account. And his dad did send a little bit extra for him to get some stuff as well. So we kind of split that up a little bit. But, you know, that's where the money's going. So I've got to be able to make all of the right decisions because there is no wiggle room as far as the business is concerned. The business was keeping us afloat for the last several years. Now, until I'm able to figure out this algorithm, I think, because I don't know how much money people think I make. I think that I have not made over $400 on YouTube in months. I've not made over $400 in months. And I actually only one time made over $1,000, or twice maybe in the whole 10 years we've been doing it, made over $1,000. So I'm missing it somewhere. It's views. I'm not getting the views that I would normally get, although I get a ton of views on my reels or my shorts, but shorts don't produce the income. It's the long form content that gives you income because it can play the ads. I get 1,000 views on a short, that only gives me 10 cents. So, but they're quicker for me to do. I can do those very fast. Quick. So I've got to get back to the long form content. I've got several videos that I need to finish editing. I've got several reviews over here that need to be done because long form content has to just be my main focus right now because YouTube is now my main source of business income. And so I just have to make sure that I am able to take care of all the things. And so I'm going to be coming to you guys a little bit more. I know people don't really like the ministry stuff. I get that, but that's on my heart. So I'm going to do that. However, after this particular study is finished, I'm going to be moving that to my First Love Ministries channel. And so you'll be, for any studies, teachings. Now I'm going to talk about Jesus on this channel all the time, but studies and teachings will be on that channel. And this will just be my everyday life, which I've talked about the Lord in my everyday life anyway. So that's just how it's going to be. But anywho, y'all, there it is. That's kind of where we are for the month of September. There's no wiggle room. Thank you, Rachel. I was about to say, Rachel, get your calculator and help me with these numbers because I knew I missed it somewhere. So I'm almost positive that that is where I missed it, and it's supposed to go in my summer groceries because I didn't put money in my summer groceries. I got to figure out how I missed it some kind of way. What also happens to me is if I don't stuff my envelopes immediately and I happen to be out somewhere, it's when those randomized trips be happening and stuff. You got to buy this and buy that. I'd love get my money out, go immediately to my envelopes, and then I'm not worried about did I randomly spend somewhere. Because again, I don't have wiggle room for random spending. I do have 2 trips coming up, but they're just day trips, right? So I'm just going to be gone for the day and I'll be back. But I do have to have gas for those types of things. So anywho, there it is, y'all. I hope that this was helpful. Do the budget, y'all, even if you don't keep to the budget. But we're at a point now where we've been doing this budget way too much to not try to start keeping to it. Save what you can. Save as much as you can. Please do, y'all, like the video. That just helps us get out into the algorithm. Really, that's what it does for me. Helps us get out into the algorithm. And I try to do weekly updates on budgets, but it's just, I got so many. I need 2 Shakemas. I need more than just me, y'all. I need another one. And okay. My goal this week is to get through all these reviews that I have over here. I think it's about 4 or 5 that I got to get through. And I got to zippity dip them on through. But my problem is I hate to do little short videos or just videos doing one thing. I'm like, who wants to see that? But I was watching a channel that I really liked today, and all the guy did was one thing. He did one thing, period. I think the video was about 7 or 8 minutes. That was it. And they get hundreds of thousands of views on that. I'm like, you know what? I'm over here. I'm stressing myself out too much trying to make it different when I think the people who watch me are just going to watch no matter what I put out. I don't want to put out a small video because I think that's wasted time for you. Even though when my people put it out, I watch them. So anywho, all right, y'all. It is 7. We had what do we have? What is it? Labor Day. We had Labor Day brunch here today. We cooked. We did all the things. I am tired now, so it is time for me to go to bed. But I will be going live for anybody that's doing Becoming the Woman God Wants Me to Be. I'm probably going to be live about 8:15. That'll give me about an hour to finish up dinner, and I can do a video then. All right, y'all. Thank you so much. Get those budgets done. Know that we love you. We appreciate every single last one of y'all. Every one of you 51 people that are on here, 55, however many. Y'all mean so much to us. We appreciate you. We're not doing content. We're trying to get it out as quickly as we can. I'm just slow. I'm about a month behind in content. But if I put all the videos out, then I'm out of videos. So I'm trying to stretch them out because I still have 5 over here to film, and I got about 3 or 4 on here to edit. Kim knows it just takes a lot. Anywho, love you guys. Stay blessed, and we'll see you guys next.